Guys, I want to share this from Lee Barker's channel. Give me a second, guys. You got to see this.
So what I can do, folks, is they're going to, I can only stream for a little less than 2 hours more. And they'll delete my video if I go any longer than that. So what I need to do is here in a little bit, I will shut this stream down and start another one. And then the only thing we're going to have on that stream is some light music playing in the background. And then these radios like this, so you guys can hear. We're going to monitor all of the EAM frequencies so that you guys can see them.
I got a video issue. My computer is being overtaxed here. I got too many things going. Although my dadgummit, my memory, my
spooky planes have no idea what those messages mean. The only people who know what those messages mean are the people who receive the message, open up the safe, and get out what the message means.
All right, I'm gonna stop the share here because this ain't doing me no good. You can hear, you should be able to hear these. This is on Lee Barker's channel. My video is hosed. There's nothing I can do about that. I see the screen looks like something out of the Matrix. And my apologies.
Yeah, and it's spooky cam out of DC.
Let me pull up my screen over here live and see what's showing on my feed. Just make sure y'all can hear me. If you
can't break the code because it's not a code.
Tell me so if you can hear me. If you can't hear, tell me.
It's an ID of a message, and the message is already inside of the submarine. So there's no code to break. There is no direct correlation in the information that is being sent out over the radio and what is inside the message inside the safe.
This has been going on all day. This has been going on all day. They have been given multiple EAMs all day. You should have heard me talk about EAMs. When I talk about EMPs, I talk about
I appreciate that, Linda.
I talk about EAMs a lot on this channel. Those are the emergency alert messages that are sent to our nuclear forces to be prepared to launch. That don't mean they're going to launch, but this is the kind of messages they send. Now, it's pretty routine. They might send out 1 or 2 a day, just as for whatever they do. 3 is considered a lot. Lee, they just sent a new one.
You're wrong,
so
Mike.
I guess they're up to 21 now.
It's the code is the code. They're just telling them which letter to open on the inside. Yeah. So they don't have to change it at all because they've never used it before.
I don't have to encrypt this because
I don't use an SDR Stormtrooper.
They have the messages.
Full-blown radio.
Lee said in their safes, in their vaults, on the submarines, in the aircraft. Anytime we do a launch,
I use an ICOM 7100.
Yeah, if you want to see this, go to Lee's channel. For some reason, my video's hosed. I just tried sharing it. I can do it again. I ain't been trying to upload a video.
Trans-world communications gear.
And it's really, I'm having issues with it. Let me close out a few things. Maybe I'll have better luck. Close that out. Now let me do it's odd. So
yeah, don't worry, Mike.
Let me try it again. I'll close one thing. Let's try to do a screen share to his channel again. Maybe I can pick it up. No, it's still showing as host. I'm not even seeing him. Refresh. Do refresh on this channel. Maybe I could. No. It's like the Matrix. It's not my video. That's what I'm seeing right now. All right, there it is. Now he's starting to come in. I think he's had a transmit issue. I thought it was on my end. Okay, he's showing this critter cam right now. All right. We're showing the screens, but
look at that. An albino opossum.
Not exactly albino. I want to see some color on it.
Whoever heard tell such a thing? I never. We're going to see more of this, folks.
Dr. Lee, can you read? You can't hear me right now. Play.
No, that's an albino possum. I've never seen him before. He's a brand new one. He just showed up tonight in the studio. I've never seen this guy before.
EAMs.
Look how white he is.
Here in your channel. I'm telling them live now.
There's a huge difference between a possum and an opossum. First off, possums don't live in the United States. Only opossums live in the United States. Possums are from other countries in Australia. Look at him, he's taking off with the egg.
Right.
Um,
So he'll play the
opossums are marsupials.
there it is.
Back
to the matrix.
Sure, I'll be happy to play the emergency action messages.
All right, guys, hear this. Hang on, this is what's been coming out today. Oh, you're right, Neil. Let's not do a Bible. There we go. This is what goes out. Oh, I know what he's playing. I know what that is. That's the actual video of the channel. I'm Mary. Now the Russians are hearing this. They have to send out an EAM and a verification to commit to a launch. An EAM doesn't necessarily, that possums, I'll show you right. An EAM does not necessarily mean you're going to do a nuclear launch. And to do a launch, you got to have an EAM and a validation of the EAM. That's another one. These are all issued today. I've never heard of so many in one day. Hang on, let me blow this up. Turn the sound up. Guys, if we were going to have a nuclear war, this is exactly what's going out. If we're sending codes to our submarines, our bombers, this is exactly what they send out. Am I saying they are sending messages to them? That's who the receivers are. Does that mean they're going to do anything? No, but it could. And this is one way the Russians going to know you're sending their stuff out. We have no idea what this means in regards to DEFCON or anything like that. No idea. Strange is happening right before the election, right? No, Rick, I have no idea what this is. Nice, right, drink. Party time. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's time to party. What about Canadian Prepper? Well, I've been watching this on here for hours. What about Canadian Prepper? What did he say? I could have brought this on earlier, but I was trying to do another video and I messed up with it. So I was going to edit it and post it sometime tomorrow. Yeah. I'm drinking some tea in a mug myself. Almost out of tea. Finished my coffee already. Now we got a sub in the Mediterranean, not in the Black Sea. Oh my God, even the Powerballs are late. Maybe nobody gets it. Hey, Daniel. Learning other plans are being updated, maybe. Yeah, it does signal capability. It does do that. Yeah, we do have the Rhode Island is in the Mediterranean Sea. Oh, mute. Yeah, we do have a sub in the Mediterranean Sea. Oh, I'll cut the sound out. Oh. Tech issues, the Powerball. Are you kidding me? Wow. Well, if the nukes are flying, it won't make any difference. Boy, this will be the lowest level election before we ever played. You can't have election. Let's start a nuclear war. I hope not. Hey, from France. How you doing, Sean? France in the house. Does this gas mask make me look fat? Oh, you're funny. At that point, nobody's going to care, Heidi. No, a gas mask don't make you look fat. A full mop suit might. No, we're not watching porn. Wow, that's a weird sound. That's like something in the magnetics.
That was live.
That was live. Okay.
So what's my assessment for the next 24 hours?
That was a live one.
I don't know if I want to do an assessment for the next 24 hours, but I'll do an assessment for
That's
the
Lee
next
talking.
week.
This is Lee talking right now.
I believe in the next 24 hours, we're going to see a uptick in activity. In fact, I think we're going to see an uptick in activity in Ukraine in less than 24 hours. I think we're going to see an uptick in ass kicking against Russian forces in Ukraine starting today, actually starting right now. We're seeing that with the global hawk being up all this period of time, and now the NATO bird is going up to relieve it. We've also got AWACS. What was that, Germany? I think they're over Germany now. So yeah, not a good day, not anything good for the Russians. That many emergency action messages in a single day. I don't care if there's a training exercise going on or not. You're not going to have 30 emergency action notifications 2 days in a row for an exercise.
No,
I just don't see that.
That's over the top. I imagine the Russians are puckered up tight right now. They're going, what? Now, hey, even the Chinese, Russia.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Iranians, North Koreans, they're probably all on alert.
A bad day for the Russians is a good day for everybody else.
They're going, what is the United States up to?
Message of 34 characters is implicate.
These AEMs are American. We hope all is going well. We hope this is not as ominous as it seems.
Well, let's just hope the number of EAMs does not increase. Let's just hope it goes back to normal.
I don't know, Black Knight. You can't hear me right now. I'm just recording this channel. We did a live joint one the other day, but I just grabbed him.
Yeah, we're very well familiar with the training mission. That
He knows
doesn't
I'm covering him.
give rise to 30 EAMs in a day or 24 EAMs in a day.
Who receives these messages? They go out to our nuclear forces, Saxon. All our nuclear forces are able to receive these. And they're on certain channels, the frequency for which the lead listed in this channel earlier. He monitors these. It's really serious when you start sending out a lot of EAMs. Now, if we had a total EMP, this might not be happening. This might not even be capable of happening. So it might mean everybody's got their EAM, they don't get their validations. If we got EMP'd right now, real heavy, none of these guys might get the validations they need to launch if they have to launch. Let's hope we're not looking at any kind of launch. These are all different people reading these. These are different voices. You hear that? Yeah, I seen you on there the other night. You see the link up. Electromagnetic interference. Maybe a signal in the ionosphere, most likely. November. Correct. No new wars. Trump. Hotel. November. I didn't say be scared, Soul Tribe. Don't say that. I said be aware. Eyes wide open, head on a swivel. Right now it's time to have eyes wide open and head on a swivel. For Ottawa. Good. India. November. Yeah, fortunately, the hurricane. We're hoping we'll have to roll back the rocket again. Then SOS rocket. You feel coming in the air tonight. You feel coming into the air tonight. Well, it's warm out there. That's what I feel. Alabama heartbreak. We're in Alabama already. I'm in the very tip top of the state, and it's really warm up here. Well, the encryption is that nobody knows what these codes mean unless you got the code there in the submarine or on the bomber or the missile fields. The unknown is inevitable. There you go, catfish. That's hard to argue with. The unknown is inevitable. Exactly. That's why I said we don't know what this is exactly, but we know they're sending EAMs out like crazy. I can feel something is brewing, and not curry I had last night. Oh, it ain't good. It ain't good. You turn the sound down. So this is going on. It was just a week ago that we had the incident of there was no military aircraft showing on our radars on 2 different systems. Mary, who's going as Paul Bitley, she was in the house then. Well, now, what does that mean? I mean, nobody knows what that is. We can't know what those messages are. They wax over Germany. I don't doubt that. Might be right, Lord Kitchener. I didn't say it was anything. It's just
All right, folks.
unusual.
So before I pass out for being up almost 24 hours, I'm going to end this broadcast and start another one. Same name, same place, same everything. So we will see you back here in
All right, I'm
2
going to
minutes,
not
3
follow his
minutes.
new broadcast.
We'll see you then. Thanks
I
for
am going
joining us.
to stop the share. I am going to end his broadcast here. Hang on. I am going to show a video if you want. Shoot, in that. I don't want to end. My computer's having issues. Hit the X button. There we go. Wow, stuff ain't working right here tonight. All right, I'm going to show you a video. I made one little faux pas when I was recording it. So I was thinking to edit it before I post it, but I may just play some of it now and edit it as an individual video to post later. Y'all need to see this, guys. Y'all really need to see this information. So I'm going to play it now, and I will speak over where for some reason I just had my head in the clouds, and then I realized after I said it, oh, I messed up. Sound goes about 6 seconds per mile. Actually, it's 5.6 seconds per mile, but the 6 second is usually the rule people go by. For some reason, I said 12 seconds when I was talking about 12 miles, and I knew better than that after I said it, but so I just had to go on and say, oops, I screwed up. But, so I don't want to post this video by itself without editing this. But if I edit it, like I said, I've been trying to put a video in Serenity Sounds. I've only had 3 takes that I've crashed the computer recording it once. I had to stop it the next time for some other reason. I don't want to stop it again. I'm trying to get a video that's taken. I've already spent 3 days trying to compile this video. The first version was 2 days. The second version I got almost done, and I had to stop it. So I've been trying to get this one video up for a long time to go my Serenity Sounds channel. But I will get it. But I got it in the device that I compile my videos, render them in, edit them in. So this needs to go in there for editing too. But if I put it in there now, then that means I'm going to have to go for a 4 time on this. And it's eating up my computer. It's taking me forever. I'm tired of it. So I'm going to play part of it to you now. So you got the nuts and bolts information, guys. Oh, yeah. And then interesting. Here we got the lunar eclipse tonight, the biggest lottery ever been drawn, which has got a technical hang up. The EAMs are being issued. Oh, yeah. We actually scrambled jets about with respect to Iran. We've been on tensions with North Korea. There's, gosh, guys, North Korea, Russia, China, Iran. Guys, it's crazy all over right now. Crazy all over. This is the craziest time I've ever seen. And of course, there's always those of you like what's his name that commented earlier. Nothing going to happen. Go back to sleep. I want to go to sleep in a little bit. I absolutely am. I do have to get up early too. I got some things to do tomorrow. Mike Pie 69. What are your thoughts on this spring race? My thoughts? We're in a time of incredible tension. Incredible tensions I've never seen before. I think it may be worse than 62 because there's too many players involved now. Who does what? I don't know. What are we doing? Why are we sending all these EAMs right now? Do we know something? Are we just getting ready? Are we being prepared? Or is it something more? The election, there are some people that stop at nothing to stop that election tomorrow, but gosh, it's crazy. I'm starting to see the red tent on the moon. Oh, maybe I need to step outside real fast. All right, guys. Hey, if y'all see the clips starting, let me know here. Blood moon on election night gives a whole new meaning to a bad moon rising. Oh, I'm in this prepper group here in Huntsville. We call it NARPNet. And I did an interview with Mike from NARPNet, Mike. And we talked about Billy Ray. You should see the video of Billy Ray. And he always plays that song at the beginning of all our little meets when we get together. It's a bad man on the ride. Yeah. Clarence Clearwater Revival, CCR. Okay, guys, I am going to pull this video and see if I can play it. I got to find it here. Hang on. And I'm going to correct that one little faux pas. Where it's at here. Here it is. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm going to correct the one little faux pas And like I said, actually, it would be more like a 67 second. If you got something 12 miles away, you're probably not going to hear it for over a minute. It's going to be over a minute, like 67 seconds. I realized after I said it, I screwed up, but you know how it is. You're talking, you're doing stuff. You just have to keep going. But you realize, well, I got to edit this now. I probably should have stopped the video then because it takes so long to edit stuff. I don't know how many times I've just stopped the video and totally redone it because I don't have time to edit nothing. But I don't, it's late. I really don't want to redo it either. So I am wanting to play this video for y'all now, and I'll probably edit it later or redo it. I hate editing. I really do. It just takes time I don't have. But I just want simple change. It'll be easy edit, but at the same time, it just takes time to compile it and all the blah, 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 blah. So I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to play the video directly and do a share. So I'm opening it up. Hang on. It wants to launch to start with. Okay, hang on. This is kind of funny to start with, except for my little faux pas on the time. Let me hit the share button. There we go. All right, guys, here it is. I recorded this earlier today. Now pay attention. I hope my sound is good. All right, let's go. Here we go.
We're sitting at home, casually watching some green ribbons on the video, when suddenly, bright flash. Then after that, right after that, the lights go out. It's dark. What happened? What happened? Oh my gosh. Then about 12 seconds later, you hear
67. 67 seconds.
maybe the roar continues longer. What happened? They've probably been nuked, or not directly, but if it's 12 seconds later, you're probably about 12 miles.
67 seconds. Okay, I was still.
What do you do next? What happens? What goes on? Oh my gosh, guys.
That's why when I realized I messed up my time.
You're just sitting there watching all those videos. Now you don't have no power. You go, well, he was telling me what to do if we get nuked, and now I don't remember. Listen carefully, because this is what we're going to go over. What do you do if it happens? What do you do if suddenly, boom,
Recording it good.
you didn't have a shelter? You've not built a shelter yet. You haven't gone to My Picture Supply and bought your food storage. You need to do that. Check out prepwithgreg.com. Prepwithgreg.com. 2,000 calories a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Keep the hunger away. Guys, it's a great deal. Right now, special. $250 off a 2-month supply. Excuse me, 3-month supply.
She has me all kind of here. I was in a hurry.
Prepwithgreg.com. Let's get back to the news.
I've been befuddled
We're
today.
sitting here, and you're in dark now. Well, it might have been a storm, except a storm from 12 miles away. You see the flash, and then you hear the rumble. No, 12-mile storm should not be taking out the lights. It could, but probably not. And especially if you hear a lot of wind, or if it's shorter and you hear a lot of wind, maybe your windows are breaking, your foundation is cracking, your house is cracking, stuff's falling off your ceiling. You might be closer.
Yeah, if you
What does
if
it
it's
mean?
that, you're
Let's look at
closer
some
to
charts
it.
here, guys. Let's look at what some of the stuff is.
I'm gonna step outside and look at the
We're going
moon.
to
Listen,
the
watch
screen.
this. Watch this, guys. Watch this
Bang,
video.
what to do?
You might
There
need
you
to know
go. What
this.
happened?
You might need to know this
Bang.
right away. This might be
Okay.
happening
There's
sooner
many
than we
different
hope.
kind of bursts that may get you.
This might be what keeps the
Now,
election
some
from
Russian
happening.
weapons are 500 kiloton, and some are 200 kiloton, and they
Got
have
a
some
potty?
bigger ones too.
Might need one.
What is it you got to know what
Might
to
get a
do?
bucket or 2 or 3 or 4
Well,
or 5.
again, with this one, a ground burst does not carry as far out. It does a lot of damage right here. If you have a military target, this is what they're
Hang
going
on,
to do.
grab that.
Probably ground burst if they're trying to take that stuff in the ground, like intercontinental ballistic missile sites or weapons bunkers. Now, if they're just trying to take out a base of soldiers sitting in the barracks, they're going to go for an air burst. If they're trying to take out a city, they're going to go for an air burst because they get more distance. So, but if you see this, the 1 PSI line is past that, it's not going to get too much damage. You might have a 35-mile-an-hour wind right here, though, wherever this 1 PSI line is. But your chances of severe damage have gone down dramatically. But right in here, forget it. You're toast. You're done. Anything inside a 10 PSI line, you're not going to survive. Not likely. You might, but you can have some serious problems. So let's look at this, guys. This is a 500 kiloton ground burst. This is a 200 kiloton. The weapons are 200 kiloton. This is an air burst. Now, it is probably more likely to use a 500 kiloton in the ground burst because they're trying to get those ICBMs in bunkers. 200 kiloton, well, they got this in some of the missiles. It's got about similar reach. It's a smaller weapon, but the air burst gives it longer reach. So, yeah, 6.5 miles here. If you've got the 1 megaton weapon, which there are some of those too, especially maybe on this new Sarmat 2, Satan 2 missile. Well, you can see here 11.2 miles. You need to hear about 12 seconds before.
Yeah.
you
I was
flash the light and
befuddled there.
the sound.
No, it's actually
So
5.6.
start counting. As soon as you see that
5.6
flash the light, first thing to
miles
do
per
is start
second.
counting.
Well, the rule of
Special
thumb is
light,
6
yeah,
miles,
yeah.
6 seconds per mile. I
Figure
just
out
got
how
confused.
far this thing
I realized
is
it
from
right
you.
after I
Next,
recorded
you
it.
will know which way the wind's going. This shows you here
That's the
blast
lightning rule.
overpressure.
lightning
Kinds of
rule thumb
damage,
is 6
but,
seconds ago. You can't round to
This
5.6
shows you
easy.
wind velocities. You got 1 psi, 35 miles an hour. 30 psi, yeah, 670 miles an hour. Holy smoke! This is tornado winds at 10 psi. Yeah, 670 miles an hour. No, you're gonna be in severe chemistry. Hurricane force winds at 2 psi. You go figure, guys. Look back up at this
Maybe I just need to
hurricane
record the
force
whole thing.
winds right here. Yeah, you don't want to be any closer than that, guarantee you. So this talks about the kind of injury. See, at 10 psi, this is where you have lung damage. And you might could survive lung damage, but there is a lethality on here, overpressure lethality threshold also. So it's pretty similar. Actually, 15 psi is the lung damage. Excuse me. This air is a little bit shorter. The 10
Ace
psi
Lee,
is
You are going to
pretty much,
survive. You didn't see
pretty
my
close
video
to
on that.
level
You're probably, if
pressure
you're
with
not at that in that
shouldn't
blast
use
zone,
that. It's
you're going to
15
survive for a
PSI,
while at
guys.
least.
So you got to figure.
The question
it,
is
guys.
how long.
This is what you're looking at. Skin lacerations, even from fragments of glass.
Did a video on that. I said the good news is you're going to survive. The bad news is you're going to survive.
Serious impact injury at 1.8. Skull fracture threshold 2.3. Lethality.
I think you did
Well,
that.
you get from impact to 3.3. That's the stuff, flying, being hurled by tornado force winds. Eardrum failure, and yeah, it just gets uglier and uglier to a certain depth, guys. So, and look at this, guys. This is again the same kind of charts. Lethality, well, see, lethality can occur even at impact 3.3. Radiation clouds.
Yeah.
The next question, once you determine you're far enough away that you probably are going to survive the blast, which I would think I am from where I'm at. Once you determine you're going to survive the blast, next question is which way is the wind blowing? If you don't know, you might have a problem trying to figure out what to do, especially if you're sitting in the house. You may not know when they're outside either. Winds at altitude is what matters. So a couple of days ago, we found out that there was no aircraft with flying transponders in the air, no military aircraft, that is, in the United States, except for a drone over North Dakota. I'll show you one, but that's significant. But we got a little bit concerned about that. And some people say, well, they were flying and said transponders off, but Lee Wilbarger said, no, they actually were grounded. So that was a bit disconcerting. Today, we've had 14 unique emergency action messages.
More than that now.
23 issued total. Some of them
More
were
than that now. You
repeats.
heard a live one.
That is significantly of interest because, guys, that's the kind of message you send out for a nuclear launch. That's what you send your forces out to tell them to launch. Of course, you have to have some validation to make the launch good. Guys, this is the kind of stuff that you'd be hearing if we were ready to attack. Now, if both of these things occurred at the same time, holy smoke. Holy smoke, guys. We are getting into some dangerous territory. Some of these things our military hasn't done before. I'm sure the Ruskies are sitting there going, what the heck are these guys doing? So, yeah, there's always a chance that they may think we're about to do something we're not, and they may launch us. We are getting tested and tested whether whatever we're doing. But guys, when 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, when we had this, I guess it was last week, when we had this incident with aircraft, first thing I did was I checked windy to see what the winds were doing. Was I wanted to know if the winds from Redstone Arsenal were going to bring a fallout cloud over my house. And you got to realize the fallout cloud is going to spread out some over time. So I counted for that. And I looked not only at the winds at the surface, but the winds aloft. Now the winds at the surface were probably being fairly good, but the winds aloft tough to the winds, well, fairly good. I mean, I'm west a little bit of the Arsenal, but not by much. Winds aloft though was going a little bit more to the east, and so I knew it was good. So if you don't know something's incoming and you're not online checking, you might have an issue. So I tell you that because it might be worthwhile to time things like Lee Wilbarger's KLW World News, just so that you can have more resources to monitor stuff like that. So there you go, my friends. You can see some of these. That's the blast. This is some of the spread and the fallout over hours. Maximum distance from a 1 megaton. This all depends on wind speed. This is just notion. This is given a 15 mile an hour effective wind, but you can't go by just the winds on the surface. This is the cloud, mushroom cloud goes up. It's going to be the winds where mushroom clouds at, and they tend to go faster. So this is showing, maybe this would get 200 miles out, 200 miles downrange within 14 hours. So that's not even a little better than half a day. So, with, 3 hours, you're talking 35 miles. So the smaller 200 kiloton bus, the times are going to be about the same. To be honest. 9 hours, 8 hours, it's roughly about the same as scale. Because it's the winds that's going to go for the most part. As you get higher, you get more wind, a little bit windier, so it might go a little faster. But this is for the same wind speed, or whatever that means. Guys, you might be in harm's way real fast. That's the whole point of this chart, especially if you're close. You got to pay attention to that. And the different size clouds are going to take be broader. They're going to carry a broader fallout zone, especially if you have 1 megaton burst. So now a 20 megaton burst, that wouldn't be something carried by a major bomber or a sub-bomber type of torpedo, Poseidon torpedo. Well, it can carry actually the 100 megaton device, but this one intended for undersea explosion. You'll see this kind of cloud funding. Oh yeah, it's a 20-mile wide cloud. Yeah, this is our Bravo. What do we call our biggest weapon? Castle Bravo. This is a Russian military. Does have some of these 5.1 miles in diameter. That will give you a lot of dropout. More typical, the 200 kilotons. It might spread out. 3 miles either way, 3 or 4 or 5 miles either side of the initial impact zone at the broadest. But you're talking, maybe 3 miles each way. We'll spread out some. Same kind of thing. This shows that even a test in China back in 1966 spread some radiation all over the United States. But it's more diluted. The heavier elements drop out first. But there's probably some cesium-131, iodine, that kind of stuff. Now, here's the good news. It drops off fast. The radiation, if you're outside in the first several hours, you're in huge trouble. So the big thing is get in shelter as quick as you can. Now, I'm going to show you some other things from here. Get in shelter as fast as you can. This is vital because early on, the radiation is going to be intense, but it drops off very quickly. 48 hours, it's down. Like for 2 weeks, it's really safe to get around outside. If you have to operate outside, you need to wait as long as you can. I would say if you got kids to get in school, go get them. Children, you ain't got time to build this. The nukes are flying, remember? You missed your opportunity. What are you going to do? We can do a makeshift rapid simulation of this, but you're not going to build a bunker. But 18 inches of packed dirt, maybe 18 inches of books would do the same for you, or canned food or water. In nuke plants, those circles are the 50-mile-an-hour exclusion zones, maybe a little bit broad. But guys, that's, those are areas that's gonna have some problems. Here's target maps. This is what they think would be targets, civilian targets. I've got the little yellow here, military targets are red, and infrastructure targets are blue, chartreuse, whatever color it is. So we got a infrastructure target, probably our Browns Ferry nuclear power plant. I don't know what the dams, Hoover Dam, TV Dam. Military target, yeah, that's Redstone Arsenal, Huntsville. Fire, this is a wildfire. We see the broad red. I think the mountains up here will catch fire, mountains in here will catch fire. So this is what we're looking at, guys. Now, the severe fallout is the darker purple. But guys, there's a lot of fallout in these maps. And it all depends, that fallout's going to depend on the wind. Very much depend on the wind. There's different maps been drawn to the missile centers or where it's going to get heavy. So all this area up in the north, it can be under heavy radiation, some safer zones. And the northern areas is going to look worse. So fallout shelters, guys, it's something you can do real fast. Get in the center of the building. As far as much mass between you and the outside
Katie,
wall as possible.
mine's looking
Overhead
pretty
and
good
side.
on that.
That's what you can do in a hurry. Run in the basement, hide under stairs. If you got a bunker, good. If you can build something quick down there, even better.
Still, yeah, main's looking good.
Again, centers of buildings. Some of these buildings are surviving. The more underground you are, the better off you are. But here's what you can do ultimately. If you got just a little time, start packing things up in a hurry. Put books, water, food over a table, a desk, and crawl underneath. There's the same kind of thing. Use chest of drawers. So they got the key pull up here, got sand in it. You probably won't have time to build something like this. That is probably beyond your time scale. You're already in trouble. You got a culvert to crawl in, that might get you as long as it ain't raining. Hey, that's where I want to go. And you got a storm shelter. Hey, beats nothing, but you know, there's a problem. Look at that door. You need a door that blocks the radiation from coming straight in with plenty of mass. Now, see, if they had something right across that door where you come in this way and get out, that'd be far better off. So ditch beats nothing, but you probably don't have time to dig that trench. Now you are seeking immediate shelter. Immediate shelter. Let me stop the shit right now, guys. Here you are, guys. Think about this. Immediate shelter. The only caveat to that is you may have kids or something to take care of. You should have watched my nuclear survival playlist first. You should have already watched this. Most of you haven't watched this. I know you're not seen this. It's up to you. I did videos with Stacy Savicki, talking about how you plan with your spouse, your significant other, what to do in an event like this. How do you get the kids from school? What do you do? Depends on who's where. And you better have immediate plans. The roads are going to get packed, clogged, and you can't afford to be on the highway when the fallout starts falling on you. You don't want to be out exposed. You got to get those kids under cover as fast as you can. I imagine that will be, or should be, your top priority is taking care of your kids. Next, you take care of yourself. But, without the kids, what's the point, So I'm going to do another share. I'm going to show you some videos you should be watching. So let's go share screen one more time, guys. Go to my channel. Do what I'm going to do. I'll respond. Here we go. I've got a whole playlist on my channel. I got 57.9, almost 58,000 subscribers, and only 1.8 thousand of you has watched the second part of my nuclear survival videos. This is part one. I go into great detail here about radiation, different types of radiation, how much you can stand, and how to shield for it. I'm not going to take the time to do it right now because we're talking about what I did cover a little bit of what we covered today. These are the two parts of this. They're separate parts, they're separate presentations. Nuclear bug out zones, there's some commonality. And then what to do in the first 24 hours, what to do in the second 24 hours. All this is important data you need to know and see. So this is talking about some of the gear you might want for radiation monitoring, detection. Nuclear 9/11 with the late Dr. Fry. You should always see that. So guys, let's come back here. This is one of the most important playlists and it don't get nearly enough attention. Watch these videos. They will, especially what they do in the first 24 hours, the second 24 hours. These things are very, very important. Guys, you know, this is some of the Russian missiles. This is that, not the Sarmat. This is some of their older stuff. The Yars 24, SS-27 Mod 2. This guy has got nuclear warheads that run from 150.
Yes, watch
to
those
200
nuclear survival
kilotons.
videos.
And the next guy here is the older, well, actually, SS-27 Mod 1, older version. It's got these 500 kiloton warheads. So the Sarmat can have even bigger warheads or smaller ones, and then you put on board. If you think there's no reason to be worried, guys, U.S. launched warplanes after Iran threatened Saudi Arabia. We were looking at the prospect of going to war with Iran. You've been hearing all the stuff about North Korea, right? Iran calls its satellite test, excuse me, it's test satellite carrying rocket. A great thing, but U.S. says it's to stabilize. So, and Putin made this, he had this little discussion with Macron, the head of France, who got very upset when Putin says, hey, you know, what we learned from Hiroshima was you don't have to take out the big cities. You can just go for the little cities and hold the country hostage. And Macron, act like he never heard of such thing, was upset. Well, he should have been listening to Dr. Peter Pry. And when I was interviewing, we laid out that kind of strategy of nuclear blackmail, and I've done several videos talking about that very thing. But the world leader's not paying attention. What's wrong with these guys? Good grief. Oh yeah, and by the way, Kyiv is looking to evacuate 3 million residents due to loss of electricity. Holy guac and smoke-a-moly, guys. Loss of electricity. Well, there may be more at play there too, but well, you lose electricity the whole country. You can't evacuate everybody. We're going to evacuate them too. Where else we get EMP'd here? Oh, let's evacuate the United States. To where? How? No. Huh, beautiful dream, right? No, not. Guys, it's serious. These things are serious. So what do you do? What would I do? If suddenly I got that flash bang, what would I do right here, right now? Well, I got a table here. I got a table here and a desk this computer's set on. Bookshelf behind me. Man, I could throw a table across top of this, couple of folding tables, pile a bunch of books and stuff. I'm only got books and stuff.
Oh Lord, it won't look up my channels to get the front page. I can't share them here.
Books over, that's part of my
Got stuff in the studio.
Tools on the other side of the wall. If I duck down low and stay low, I'm probably pretty good. I really don't need to put a lot of stuff on that wall. So right outside that wall is my aquaponics water tank, 300-gallon water tank outside that wall. Probably seen it in my video I just did about the after post-frost aquaponics. Yeah, watch that. You should. The water is right there. Water is great radiation stuff. And I got a lot of junk upstairs. So I'm kind of sort of taking them up there on those activities. I took all the prep stuff out. But food. If you're
Remember the Cuban Missile Crisis?
water.
Wow.
Pile all that stuff up on top of where you're
I
at.
remember that.
Yeah, you better get you a bucket and you better
Oh,
have
yeah.
you a jug,
We are again.
jug close by.
Here we are again, guys.
Gotta go. You don't need to be going out for a while. You better have you a pot and some jugs. Take care of Mother Nature. Don't just suddenly, oh, yeah, I got to take the little make shit. I'm a prepper. I've already thought of these things. They are thought of ahead of time. So we're going to say, I need a 5-gallon bucket. Not this thing, but this thing more communicates the idea. Honey pot. You know what
Not
that is?
big enough
No,
though.
that's not big enough for taking care of you. And if you're going to have a honey pot, you better have a bag of lime and maybe a little paper to kind of keep
All
the
right,
smell
now
away.
I'm
'Cause
gonna-
you've been going over
Here
for
we
a while.
go. Now I got these
Probably
things.
don't want to eat a lot because you don't want to be using it a lot. You don't want to drink a lot. You just want to do enough to survive and get by. You're consuming a lot. You're doing other business a lot too. But you got to stay hydrated.
Thank you, Alabama Heartbreaker. Appreciate that.
So be careful. You got to have water. But the water, the food, it's all part of your preps. But you need some food. Pop a can or something. Have some canned food close by so you don't have to cook and prepare. You ain't got time or space for that when you're nestled in real close like that. So if I had to, I could probably make it right here, as long as I'm not in the intense radiation path. If the fallout cloud is directly overhead, I'm gonna leave. So what I was watching Lee Wilbarger's channel all about was,
All right, Judy, that's what I was talking
This
about. Hang on,
fallout.
I'll explain it
I
some more.
wanted to know where it's at. So I went on windy, like I said, and I looked on windy to see which way the winds were going. It surfaced they were heading not quite my way, but not far enough away to dispel everything from a mushroom cloud. But when I
Should be like
went
6
at
more minutes.
altitude, on it, even just
7
at
actually.
altitude, the wind shifted away from it. Yeah, okay, I'm fine. I ain't going nowhere.
Hard to
I
hear?
was really and truly, my best prepping site, right rock out of it, at least initially. I got a bug out. I got trucks and buses and all kind of stuff to play out with, or backpacks.
Hear it better
in the
now?
woods. Ultimately, that's probably going to be the final bug out measure that somebody will take. So there you go. What to do if it goes boom? What to do if the flash goes out right now? Hunker down or run. Yeah, if you are in the path of the major part of the fallout cloud, you're probably just best to leave. I might, I can survive residual, I can survive part of it right here. I might could take the whole thing. But the best thing probably is just get up and go. But so you got to ask yourself, how close do you live to a military base that might be targeted? How close do you live to the city? So I am 12.4 miles from downtown Huntsville, I think, about this crow flies from the further driving. I am 13 miles from the end of the airfield of the Army Air Base next to me here. Yeah, it's their airfield. It's the closest facility the Army has to me here. Their bunkers are probably about 18 miles down. So that's maybe a ground burst if those bunkers get hit. Now, I don't know if there's anything in them that's worthy of being targeted. I seriously doubt. I don't think there's any nukes at Redstone Arsenal.
No, there's
I'm
no.
sure there's not. We just have the security to be to comport with that. And we got some bunkers where we do missile tests. This is a missile test center.
Gil,
And
you
some of
might
those do
want
have
to
bunkers
get out
that,
if you think there's
for
gonna be a
reserves for tests. Now
nuclear war.
there's a whole bunch of bunkers that used to be in use that you drive up to now. You just drive up the entrance and they're listed as fallout shelters. Well, I think it's kind of dubious to have a fallout shelter in a place that used to be on the target list of the enemy. Same goes for those ICBM centers that have been converted to survival shelters. Now the Russians are smart and updated their target list. You're going to be targeted, but if you forgot to update a target list, you might be ground zero. Or safer. This is no missile silo. Well, maybe not. Probably, I think they would have taken it off the list.
Charles, you don't want to be
Smoke guys.
downwind.
Think about that a little bit. Is it still targeted?
Are you 12 miles? Hey, if you're,
Probably not. Probably not. The Ruskies are
That's not
smart.
a
They
major
don't
target,
waste
but
their
I'd be
nukes
at
on
least-
something that isn't going to be mattering.
you better be at least 6
And you
miles
gotta really
away.
count on the efficiency.
12's better.
There's a lot of government agencies. All right, guys, there you have it. What to do if the nukes are in the air and coming. Hopefully,
Start here at
the
stand.
first thing you hear won't be, or see won't be the flash. The first thing you hear won't be the rumble. If it's that, your options are really small, really fast. And that could happen. Hopefully you got just a little warning, and you can, before you lose the internet, you can go online, go to Windy. I covered all the time when I do my videos at night. Mind me next time I'm live, and I will show you the scale and altitude on it. Check that out, guys. That may be the thing that's going to tell you whether to run or whether to bug in or bug out. That might be your ultimate deciding factor. It might be right in the path of a major fallout. Now, I don't know that Redstone Arsenal has been on the target list. Huntsville's been on the target list. I don't know that they're primary targets. So, well, actually, I know that primary targets are the strategic missile launch facilities, the Strategic Air Command, SAC airfields with the big bombers, B-2s, B-1s, things like that, B-21, all those big bombers, the big and submarine bases, and things like that. That is the #1 targets. That would come the military bases where troops might deploy from, like the 82nd Airborne, Various special forces groups, Fort Lewis, Fort Bragg, places like that would be the next level of targets. And then the third or fourth levels would be places like this. But you know, the Russians are a little bit smart. You got to give them all the credit. They probably don't want to incinerate the planet to the point that they can't come up again. So the chances that they would play nuclear blackmail are not insufficient. Could happen. Could happen. Or it might be you're just sitting here and your lights go out. You don't hear no bang. Well, you're nothing. The lights went out. They never come back on. That is the MP. That's one of the things I warn you about the most and for the longest on this channel. That's why I've chaired 2 targeted defense conferences. That alone will take you out over 9/10 of our population a year. Not anybody first, because it won't directly kill a single person. But the societal collapse that will ensue will be horrendous.
Thanks for sharing that. Okay.
At least you don't have to duck and cover for that one, but
That's the Fort Bragg. I used to be on Fort Bragg.
you might want a foxhole to hide, a
I live
hidey
in
hole to
Spring
hide
Lake.
away from the marauders. Yeah, there will be marauders. Anyway, so you might want to get your gopher digging skills and attack. And
John,
go
you may
dig.
be okay. That's which way the wind
That I
blows.
say, hope you dig the video. So give me a thumbs up, share widely, and check out my other videos. Especially go watch the nuclear survival list for peak's sake. Watch the list on wild edibles and go to prepwithgreg.com and get you some stuff while the getting's good. Get it while the getting's good, while the price is low, while it's still available. If you wait till everybody else goes into panic mode because, oh my gosh, look, we had an emergency, we don't have fuel, gas, diesel fuel is not available. Wait, last minute, everybody's gonna be panicking, making a run in the store. You ain't gonna find nothing. You'll get there and see long lines, and you're just out of luck. Prep now, guys. Prep now. Prep now. Don't be that toilet paper prep for waiting the last second. Prep now. Prep early. Prep and pray though, so we have another day. I have belabored this enough. With that, I am going to say very much thank you for watching.
All right. Video's not over. That's that video. Stop share. All right, guys. I recorded that video earlier and I realized that it's messed up, so I can't upload it as is, which is most unfortunate right now because I got another video in the hopper that's been in the hopper 3 times already. If I kill it now, I got to start over again. I'm trying to upload a video for Serenity Sounds and it crashed my computer after running for 2 solid days. So I scoped it down, started again, and had it running. I realized I had to do something else on my computer and it was taking up too much memory. I had to kill it. And then I restarted again. So I got to 85% the first time. This time it got up to 50, about 55. And then this last time I'm only 20 something. I just started running today. And I just hate restarting that thing again. I think what I did is I scoped down the memory and the fidelity of it, hoping I can get it produced faster. But it's going to be like, I'll probably run it all night tonight. It might go. Then I can probably edit this other video and put it up. Or does altitude make a difference? Absolutely. Toilet paper hoarding shows the brilliance of humanity. Yeah. All right. Yeah, if you watch the video, let me open that PowerPoint. Let me see if I still got it here, guys. Y'all asking a lot of questions about this. La. Okay. Oops, now hang on, I'm gonna share this. I am not going to put it in presentation mode because my computer just freaks out when I do that. It takes forever for that to kick in. I don't know why. So I will come back to this screen and we're just going to go to a couple of charts in it. I'm going to go along, guys. So again, this is a ground burst. Ground burst does not travel as far. It limits how far the blast can go. But if they're going to hit a military target that's hard, and that's how they want to do it, the ICBMs, bunker sites, maybe some airfields that they want to crater so aircraft can't use them, they might do an air burst. They might do an air burst at Huntsville International Airport just because the airfields are so long there that Sierra Nevada is planning to land their space plane there. It'll be the first commercial airport for space plane landing if that's pulled off. So if you're near a military base and over 6 miles away, and if they just hit it with ground burst, you might be okay. It depends on a lot of things, guys. This is what I'm talking about. An air burst, you can see this is much smaller than nuke, but an air burst, it goes a little farther. This is a 1 megaton. Now, see, this is about as big a thing as I'd expect Russia to use in an ICBM or a bomber. And if you're 11.2 miles away, you're probably good from this blast at that altitude. Okay, guys, this is at 1.4 miles altitude. How far away you're good? 12, almost. So if you're 12 miles out, you're really good. I'm 13 miles from the airfield. I worry about 12, a little over 12 from Huntsville. Then you got to worry about the fallout. You got to worry about the fallout, guys. I'm not going to go through all these charts. I just did it. These are fallout patterns here. These are other fallout patterns showing that over time how far they go. Look, it don't take long, but this is assuming a 15-mile-an-hour effective wind. Winds at altitude are typically faster. So winds at altitude that you've got to watch out for, because the mushroom cloud rises to altitude. When I do windy again, I'm not going to do windy tonight. It's late. And it's almost 3 o'clock. I got to get up early tomorrow. I got a lot to do. But if you go, thank you, Kay, for showing it. If you go to altitude, the winds are faster. For me, when I was looking at windy the other night, I was happy to see that at altitude, the winds were going a little bit to the east, more so than the surface winds. If it was the surface winds, I'd have been really concerned about a burst at Redstone Arsenal. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was thinking, well, what am I going to do if we get nuked? You know, not saying we would, but I wanted to know what to do just in case. What's my next steps? You know, that's why I went through these things, guys. So it depends on a lot of stuff. See, Kay, look here, you're looking good up there. Anybody in this area or right here is, they consider those the safest areas. And these winds, this is one idea for how the fallout might fall if the winds are following a particular pattern, but the winds form many different patterns. If you go back and look up here at this shows fallout from a 1 megaton bomb going like 200 miles out. For a more typical 200 kiloton, it goes some distance too. So we're talking up to maybe 120 to 130 miles, even for a 200 kiloton surface. But now that's a surface burst. Now here's the thing to note. Air bursts are not going to drop so much. These are both surface bursts. Air bursts will not generate so much fallout because they're not sucking up the ground. This is because the ground goes airborne. All those particles get radioactive. A air burst is not going to do as bad. A burst against a military base, if it's got hardened facilities, I say if, that they want to take out bunkers or missiles or maybe airfields, if they decide they want to crater those, you may get ground bursts. If we're going for a city or barracks at a military base, it's going to be an air burst so they can get the most distance. But if you're down range, that means you're going to get less fallout. And remember, the fallout is what's radioactive. The fallout from these devices drop geometrically fast. At first, it's really intense, and then it drops off just like this. This is a curve of the drop off itself. You can see the first 7 hours, a lot of drop off, but that's still pretty heavy. 2 weeks out, you're probably good to go outside, but you don't want to pick up anything that's got strontium-9 in it. If you know you're getting something coming like this ahead of time, go out and throw tarps over your garden, over your compost beds, over your worm beds, and the fallout will fall on it, and then just take the tarp off, roll it off. Your house, you might do the same thing, or go up and wash the top of your house off with water. Rinse the fallout away. Any clothes that's got it, decontaminate them. Thank you for sharing all that, New Days. So these are the things that you want to do. Get rid of that stuff, guys. Get rid of the fallout. Let me pull up some YouTube channels just to show you. I'll show you this compiler, it's this thing I've been trying to do this one video on for days. Guys, they say you should post a video every day. That ain't working for the Serenity. This is too much, the Serenity, the sound stuff. It takes forever to get these things. Hang on. Let me share this little image of the software I'm using here. Look at this. It's a 10-hour video. It's taking almost 2 hours for every hour on this to play. I got it up. This is actually my third attempt. I got it up to 26% now. I had it up to 80-something% after 2 solid days of running. The other day is over 85. I think it was 86%. and the computer crashed. This computer is not stable. It crashes every 2 or 3 days. So anything that's a multi-day project is suspect. I may lose this one still, but I'm going to try to run it tonight after I turn in. Maybe it'll be done in the morning. Then I can put that other thing in here and run it. But that's why I went ahead and showed you that other video now. So you've got the information. But now that's on this channel, I might even post it on Swivelhead News. Thank you for that information. Well, you're welcome. So what you need to see, I don't see a meridian float in those charts. Stan, you know, there's a lot of variables, Stan, a lot of variables. Yeah, I mean, the fallout charts, you know, they're all wild guesses. They're all wild guesses. All those fallout charts for the country, you know, who knows which way the jet stream's running, and a lot of things are going to vary that quite a bit. And the good thing is that from a nuclear device, the radiation falls out fast. From a nuclear power plant, oh, no, no, no. Yeah, that's a gift. It just keeps on giving. Keeps on giving for years down the road. That's what is the issue with the nuclear power plants, guys. Let me stop this share. I want to show you some stuff from the channel. Hang on, guys. Ding, 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 ding. Give me a second. Ding, ding. We open up some other sites here. I don't want to. All right, there's the one thing I got to show you. Yeah, I've had people asking questions. Well, do you have your videos on this? I got people all the time asking, Greg, do videos this. I already did it. I hear that all the time. And sometimes they're on my main page. All right, guys, hang on. I want to I'll open up a few things. Give me a second. Give me a few seconds. It'll take me a minute. Just give me a second. I got to get coordinated. Got to get my head turned back on. Oh, Lord. Lordy, 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 lordy. La 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 la. Hang on, guys. Sure, Katie. New days always. Can share this stuff to you guys in a minute. What's the other one? Second. Hang on, guys. Takes me a little bit to pull all this stuff up. The stuff I should have done before I start with you guys. What happened? Overhead, galactic. There we go. Give me a second. Show y'all some of my channels. Now, Stan said, now I got channels that does not talk prepping, don't talk politics. I'm just talking space. I'm hearing people say they're not getting notifications. That means I'm shadow banned across all platforms because they know who I am. That's horrible. I go on channels where I don't talk about anything they should care about. It's like fuzzy puppy talks, but they got me shadow banned there too. Wow, that is aggravating. That is really bad. That means I need all the help I can get from you guys sharing my stuff, guys. Stan Grenfell was telling me that, guys. I need all the help I can get sharing my stuff because they ain't helping me. If y'all come in here and that's what y'all see, and you say, why is my channel not coming up there? Okay. Wow. Okay. Putting my exact channel name and it shows everything else. All right, let's see. One more time. I'm just going to go through and show y'all everything, all my channels. Some are new, some I've had. Jeez, I can't get that one to come up. Everything but mine. Oh, wow. Show Lee stuff. I don't even show this channel I'm searching for. Wow. Hang on. I can. Well, if I force it, it'll make me change channels out of here. Well, that's okay. I'm not broadcasting from it. Let's not do this. I have no problems. Switch out. Force it from here. Oh my gosh, it still don't show me. Oh, you don't like me. Platform, no, I like me. Here we go. Got it. There we are. Is that? Okay, here we are. We're going to show. I'm going to show you what I got up. Things to look for. Here we go, guys. Share. Okay. Here is this channel. This is Green Griggs. I'm looking at all this. Well, this is my Green Griggs channel. You come in, the most recent things are up front. Then it's the nuclear survival videos. So many people say they don't see these. Nuclear survival part 1, part 2. This is 2 parts of a video series that goes into great detail explaining different forms of radiation, how much radiation you can sustain, how to shield from it. This covers a lot of material. Here's a nuclear bug out zone video. Here's what to do in the first 24 hours, the second 24 hours. This I did with Stacy Zavicki. This talks about some of your measuring devices and other nuclear type topics are in here too. This is with Dr. Peter Vincent Pry, the late great Dr. Pry. He's passed away, unfortunately. Watch this video. I got several videos I did with him. And this is my worm videos, my worm playlist, guys. Here is another bug out video. This is more generic. I need to update some of these. This video right here tells you how to survive on 1/10 of an acre, among other things. I'm gonna cut that out and do that on the videos, especially because this video should have a lot more watches on it. So, and I need to cut some of these things off my breaking news because some of them have been up here too long. Just ain't had time. All right. Survival prepping. I mean, guys, this is why preppers will die. It's important to try. This is filtering water, guys. This is something you really ought to watch, is how to filter water. Filter and sanitize, which is different things. Purify and sanitize is what I should say. It's different things. And I show many different methods to do it here. Here's how to eat from the weeds and the trees in the wintertime. You know that if you want to survive. This is a grid down playlist among other prepping videos. I need to break you out my day-to-day stuff and the grid stuff. A whole playlist on microgreens. And here's an aquaponics playlist. But there's some videos that aren't in there. Got to add them or they're just not all shown. Oh, stop. Don't play that. And then I got a playlist here of gardening. Some gardening videos. That's their device. These playlists actually don't show all your videos. It stops after a while. If you play all, I think it shows the whole playlist. These are just the first however many you post in that list. You play all, it covers more than what's in here. And then just fun stuff, goofy stuff. Probably need to take that off. And then I got if you really want to see all the videos, click this one. Then you can just sort through everything. But guys, I got these stats aren't even right. They don't even update. This is supposed to be TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is supposed to give you all this analytic stuff. I think it's overblown. This is like several months ago. Here, September, October. That ain't even right. That ain't right because this curve has not changed. The number of videos. No matter how many videos I do, it says I did 18 last 30 days. That's a bunch of cooey. So I got way over 1,000 videos in here, guys. But that's what you need to know, people. This is what you need to know. All right. Here is my Swivelhead News YouTube channel. I'm going to be taking a lot more of this kind of content over here. I thought about going live on here tonight, but it's so late, I'm not going to do it now. But I've got some topics I'd like to cover, but it's just too late to hit it now. So we will be going here a lot more in the future, a lot more. So please subscribe to this channel. This will be, now I do some political, now these limericks intend to be fun, but they are mostly political right now. Not that I'm so partisan, it's just I don't like anybody that's trying to take my liberties. This is Swivel Head News on Rumble, where I talk about topics I will not talk about on YouTube at all. Topics that are verboten, banned. You can't talk about on YouTube. I can come here and talk about them, and I'm going to do some interviews with some people with some things that's going to be really shocking. Go to bed, can't this all wait? Yeah, I'm going to go to bed in a minute. I got to get up. Hey, look, guys, the reason I'm doing this tonight is what went wrong here. We had this thing with Lee's channel, and I had my other video I wanted y'all to see, and I just did not want to wait on that. This is Galactic Grace. Check that out. Space topics. I don't talk about anything related to prepping, any topic that would be considered controversial, so maybe that. You know, so why in the world is this channel shadow banned? Why would Serenity Sounds be shadow banned? Oh my gosh, it's frogs and rain. And I got that big rain video I'm trying to post to this. I'll have other videos I'm going to be posting here too. So if I get you too stressed out on this channel, come here and listen. And Product Papas, where I'll be covering product reviews. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the share. It's time to go to bed. I got a few things to do, and I got to hit the sack too. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm not going to get in bed at 3, and I got to get up early. So I read after Chernobyl, children were given a half a cup of applesauce a day. Yeah, because of the pectin. You need pectin. Apples are a good source of pectin. Pectin really helps with your intestinal tract with the radiation. I need to stay up for the blood moon eclipse. There you go. Numerology caskets are 8 foot long, go 6 foot deep. Oh, interesting. Okay, Thomas, good morning, good middle of the night. Yeah, all of that. This time change stinks, no kidding. Half a cup of applesauce daily. That's not a bad idea. That's a kiss. An adult probably should eat a cup. New York prepper said 30 plus nuclear attack options transmitted. Don't listen. We would just listen to some of those are repeats. Yeah, some of those are repeats, or at least 20, maybe 2021 that weren't. When I earlier was listening, it was 14, but there was live ones when we were on there, and they're probably going on right now. I've taken off that channel, guys. Good night, Greg. Sleep well. Thank you. Thank you. Marvin's fun time. Yep. Granny Smith's apples have the most pectin. There you go, guys. Granny Smith's apples. That's it, guys. That's it. Everybody don't forget to vote. Yes, exactly. Go out and vote. I was going to do a galactic. I was going to go live on Swivel Head News tonight, but it's too late. I'm not going to do it now. I will in the future go live there a lot more often. And I may start some videos over there, not start them on the channel. I might give a notice on the channel. I may not. So I'll be moving more to Swivel Head News. So hang in there, guys. You're just gonna have to check my channels regularly because YouTube does not want to post too much. I mean, it's worthwhile. Please do subscribe and ring that bell. I mean, that helps. Every time you give me a like, it helps. If you go in the comment section and make comments, that helps. If you reply to other people's comments and give them likes, that helps. So all these things that when we show community action, community activity, it helps with the algorithms. So guys, we're gonna call it a night tonight. Pray for the country. Pray for the world right now. Prep and pray. Pray for the whole world. We don't know what's going on. This is nuts. When you get this many EAMs going on a week after we had all our aircraft black, they were either not in the sky or not transmitting. What was the case? Get lots of seaweed. Yeah, that should help. Applesauce and pectin. Yeah, pectin. Then you get pectin in applesauce. Absolutely. They use apples to make the pectin they use for cannon. Now it's used in cannon. You can get pectin as a cannon supply. Cannon supply, not cannon like you shoot. Canning, not cannon. Although I like the cannon goes. Anyway, there was my little nuclear light similar. Oh, somebody asked me how, before I go, I did get the question, how do you know it's a nuke? Well, the flash will be so intense. It won't be like lightning. It will be the most intense flash You don't want to look at it. Do not look at it. Turn your head away from it and cover your eyes and bury your head in the ground. Anything you can, protect your eyes. The flash is going to be so intense it can blind you. If you're outside, you see the flash, hit the ground. If on the way you're hitting the ground, if there's a place you can jump in, jump. The sound, the blast wave will come at the speed of sound. And it hits twice. It goes out and knocks you down, throws debris at you. I mean, everything that ain't nailed down is coming at you to go through you, including pieces of tree and lumber and rocks and lawnmowers and cars. It's all coming at you. That's why you want to get down and get low. Like if you can jump in a hole, that's the best thing. And then don't get up after it passes over, because once it blows out, then there's a huge vacuum. It all comes back. It goes 2 waves, outgoing and incoming. Got to duck. Not once, twice if you're outdoors. If you're indoors, you still better duck. Stuff comes through, bust through the window. Why you duck? Because and duck and cover was valid. They made fun of the woods will survive. Ain't no point in duck and cover. That's stupid. Yes, most people will survive. And most of the injuries will be from shattered glass from windows. The reason you duck and cover is you can get shattered glass from windows. This idiotic idea was no one survive, no point. That's goofy. You will survive, but you can be lacerated because you didn't duck and cover. So the duck thing, the turtle, the turtle was good. Pay attention to the turtle. Those guys in the 50s knew a lot more and give them a lot more credit than the knuckleheads that talk today. The people that are making fun of that are knuckleheads, and they're wrong. What I tell you in the video I did on this just a few days ago, I said, the good news is you're going to survive. The bad news is you're going to survive, at least for a while. You want to make that survival as good as you make it. That's why you want to prep. Do not go to the light, especially the nuclear light. There you go. There's a whole thing about tricksters and lights too, guys, in the soul world. Some interesting things, guys. I don't know. I'm so old, potassium iodine won't help, but applesauce. There you go. Applesauce. Remember? Applesauce. There you go. That ain't going to hurt you. It ain't going to hurt you. I'd be rich in carbs. That would be breaking my. Hey, I've lost 40 pounds going carnivore the last few months. So this shirt is like huge. It's like I'm wearing a tent. I'm wearing a circus tent in my shirt now. I got to buy some new clothes. Anyway, guys, people should make fun of nuclear. People should make fun of the nuclear preparedness video put out by New York City. Yeah, isn't that crazy? But guys, just put everything in the middle room. Pull off all your clothes and you'll be fine. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. The interesting thing is they tell people up north to prep. They tell people in the cities. They ain't telling us nothing. They tell you who they care about. What do you think? What do you think? Well, they listen. Even if the cities don't get nuked, you don't want to be there because there's gonna be starving islands of zombies. They ain't gonna have no food. They don't have no water. Those people are gonna go crazy because all the services are gonna break down. They're not gonna be able to survive in the cities. All those people in the cities are gonna be pouring out like ants out of an ant nest that you kick the top off to a fire ant nest. Or it'd be like you walk up to a hornet's nest and hit it with a baseball bat. That's what it's gonna look like, guys. And being hungry, they ain't gonna be any nicer than them mad hornets. Serenity, soothing sounds. Well, thank you for sharing that. CLB, their bunkers. You know what? Some people are going to take revenge upon them big bunkers. them highfalutin people that got them, they ain't going to do as good as they think. Because there'll be some people going, yeah, we don't want you coming back out. You've made this mess. We ain't coming back out. That's what a lot of people are going to be thinking. I'm not saying do that. I don't say do anything like that. So be good, be nice. Share your love light in the world. Anyway, the city's gonna be awful. The city's gonna be islands of death. If the nukes, if it don't matter if they're not nuked, they're gonna die anyway. They don't have to waste a nuke on the city. The city's gonna die. The cities are more valuable to use as bargaining chips for blackmail. The city's going to die anyway. Only problem is the city's surviving is going to put stress on the country people. Greg take among the best. Takes among the best. John, I have iodine in my dog. Yeah, for your grandkids, for your babies. Get the potassium iodine, guys. I believe Canadian Prepper might still have some of this. Like, go to Canadian Prepper's website and buy from him. Tell them Green Greg sent you. Tell them Green Greg sent you. Who else? There was another guy I was going to give a shout out to. Who was another prepper channel I want to give a shout out to? Right now, I can't remember. Too much going on, guys. I got a lot of stress at work right now. Too much going on. Too much going on, guys. Been really stressed out. Did you see the Haiti videos? Yeah. I don't, guys. You know, like we ain't got enough wars. Yeah, we're shooting up stuff in Haiti. We've scrambled planes against Iran. We sent B-1B bombers over to South Korea to hold off the North Koreans. We've got a submarine in the Mediterranean. Well, no, and we're sending out EAMs like crazy. Guys, have you ever seen time like this? If this don't wake people up to prep, wow, I don't know. Get ready. Go to the box store, buy the dry beans, buy the rice, and go to Canadian Pepper and buy the bags. He's got Ballard bags. You know, I heard he quit carrying them on eBay, but he's got them. And oxygen absorbers. Go to Canadian Pepper. Tell them Greg Allison sent you. Anyway, thank you, Dace, for sharing all that. Guys, we need to call it a night. People need some rest. Go play the Serenity Soothing Sounds video of the frogs. It will be accompanied by rain real soon and other things. And yeah, there'll be some changes on the Survival Tribe Network. It's not going to show the list publicly of who subscribed real soon. That's going to be changed. But I'd say so sign up for it as soon as you can, guys. You'll be able to get each other's back. I've been trying to tell my husband and family that either will not listen well. Guys, if everyone wants to believe the MSM, they think everything is fine, it's all okay, nothing's wrong, Normie Normans, just keep Bible along. God, I hope they're right in that regard, but you know, we know better. We're being played, guys. The enemy's being more intelligent than our group of guys. You know, you got to wonder really who are the puppet masters. Are they spiritual? Are they evil spirits? Man, I'll tell you, old Courtney Brown put a scary video out a couple nights ago. And he took it off the channel after just 15 minutes. It's supposedly an alert to the military about folks and from out there. Anyway, guys, weird stuff. Too many bad actors on the scene. That is the truth. Matt Reagan, stay in my day. There you go. What? Look, pop a peep at the moon. Pop a peep and call it a night. A lot of biblical prophecy. Yeah, there's so much going on, guys. Right now, there's so much. I mean, the economy. I mean, guys, okay, we don't have, you know, we're not going to run out of diesel fuel in 24, 25 days. That's how much reserve we have should production stop. It's a related rates problem, which means are we consuming more than we're producing? If that's true, you can move closer and closer and closer and closer. Eventually, you have no reserve at all. What's that mean? Well, it means you can have less supply, not no supply. There will still be some producing. It'll be higher. Some vehicles will run and some won't, but that means vast shortages. Supply chains will be cracking and busting. You'll be running out of stuff. Shelves will be empty. There'll be some trucks running, maybe a lot of trucks, but still, look at all the shortages we have right now. Look how things are messed up. it's just going to amplify. That's all it's going to do. It's going to amplify the heck out of all the issues that's going on. And if we get another bug coming out, and here's what really bothers me, guys. I'm going to say this before we get done. There are those who put stuff in stone, wrote their objectives in stone. They made monuments, and they mounted them in Georgia. And somebody blew it up, and they took them all down. But then somebody's got to come out and invent a virus that's 80% lethal. You know, we just had an Ebola got loose in one of our funded labs. This don't look good. This is nuts. That should have never been permitted, ever. It's like a crime against humanity. It's beyond a war crime. This is a crime against humanity. To invent something like that and have it in a laboratory anywhere on Earth. Wow. That should have never happened. We've been warned. We've been warned. Remember who the guy was? He said, wait till the next one comes in with a giddy grin. Oh, you don't want this now? To wait till the next one comes. It's a bill. Oh yeah, that was just right. I've been looking back for that video. You know, he did that with old what's that stupid comedian comes on Colbert or whatever. Yeah, he and his wife were interviewing with him. And man, I've looked for that video a zillion times since. I don't find it anymore. They took it off, I guess. I can't seem to find it. When you guys can find that video, forward it to me. Now, don't talk of violence in here, guys. Do not talk of violence. We're not about that. No talk of violence here. Christine Betts, hope things get better at work. Yeah, me too. It's getting tense. It's getting tense, guys. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get early in the morning. We had no man area about 5 years ago saying that the day was coming with no food in the stores. Maybe on the verge of it, guys. Grow your own. I've been saying that since the start of this channel. Grow your own food. You got worms, you won't have to go to the store to buy fertilizer. If you make worm tea, you may not have to buy pesticides, pest repellents. I went anyway. I don't use any chemicals out of my place back here. One thing I add is bone meal or blood meal every once in a blue moon, and not every year. If you're using tree products, which I put in my worm cast now, you really shouldn't need so much rock dust, but you could use rock dust sometimes. And occasionally I use a little bacteria Genesis and my worm tea, but you don't have to. You know, if you're in a grid down situation, you'll pay a lot more attention to your garden if you're walking out checking for bugs every day. Got to. 8992 AM radio is where the frequencies for the AM can be found. Okay, guys, there you are. Thank you, Catfish. The EAMs are going out. This is not good. Yeah, interesting. Interesting, guys. No, there's that Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. Our times are getting way too interesting. I like for things just to calm down. I like for just to be able to go out and talk about gardening stuff again. Not even talk about this stuff. You know, I like to be able to forget politics, but they're out here trying to steal our freedoms. And all these things are going on. They want to control us. It's not good, guys. 4 in the morning. Sorry, Stan. We got to go. We just want the true America back again. Amen. Just give us freedom. Just give us freedom. Oh, yeah. I got this one talking on Silverhead News YouTube, but not tonight. Talk freedom. Hopefully, we'll see a new leaf tomorrow. If the world's still here, we still have elections. Or who knows, if the elections don't go the way they want, they might just say, okay, they got elected, but they'll never take office. We're going to tear down the whole place.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. So harvesting in Maine. Check that out. Still harvesting in Maine. I had somebody, I did the video talking about how much you could produce on a tenth of an acre. I had somebody say, "Oh, I'm up in Connecticut. There's no way because of climate we can't do that." Days or ways is exceeding that in Maine. Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Absolutely. She's a great example of that. I'm pointing on that one because this is where my laptop is. I'm reading all you guys. All right, guys. I could do a monograph. I could just turn this way and focus here and occasionally look over the side. That's what he does. You ever see Monograph's channel? He did a room raid on us one night. I got a few subscribers from that. Then we did a room raid, I think, back to him and some other places. Might do that one night. Do some room raids. Have a little fun. All right, guys. Seriously, we got to go. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And with that, I'm going to say just thank you for being here. Eyes wide open and head on a swivel. That's important right now, guys. Really, this is vital. Be alert. Be aware. Prep and pray. And don't be scared. Be prepared. Okay? Don't be scared. Thank you. Thank you, one and all, for watching. Good night.